Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. So today was the Cyberpunk Nightwire. Lots of updates in the world of Cyberpunk. The presentation focused a little bit on the Edge Runners anime that's coming up, as well as the Cyberpunk slash Edge Runners update that came out today that features new wardrobe features, other kinds of, small patches and updates to the Cyberpunk game. But the main thing that I wanted to touch on is Keanu Reeves came back out and said he would be part of the new expansion, which is Phantom Liberty. And that sounds cool in itself. Phantom Liberty. They put an official teaser out. But yeah, Keanu Reeves is back as Silverhand. So I'm pretty stoked for that. We all know the fiasco that happened with Cyberpunk 2077. The game came, it saw, it didn't quite conquer or live up to the hype. In fact, it was pretty much a big failure. I still kind of enjoyed my playthrough of it. I played it on the Series X on my stream. You can watch my previous streams and see the endings and everything that I got. But let's go ahead and take a look at the short teaser that they presented today. It looks like it's going to be a promising. So this footage says it was captured on PC, by the way, but it looks like it's going to be a promising update. It's supposedly going to be in a new region of Night City, and you can see there's the new United States of America logos, and just looks really, very almost Terminator-ish. Looks much more futuristic than what the first part of Cyberpunk was. Also really kind of Fallout-ish with that lady's uniform. Seems promising enough. Phantom Liberty. Let's keep our expectations in check, though. Remember, Cyberpunk did kind of, fail to meet expectations. But 2023, now, according to CD Projekt Red, this is the only planned expansion that they're going to be doing for Cyberpunk. So maybe there might be an unplanned expansion coming out. I don't know. I think all the problems and issues they had with the Cyberpunk launch just threw everything out of their roadmap out of the window. I believe there was like a planned multiplayer type of aspect or game that got shelved. DLCs got delayed. There were storylines and stuff that was completely scrapped from future expansions and things. So I have no idea what will be coming. Is this going to be the only planned DLC? It looks like it as of now. But this says this takes place. It's the first story expansion. It's a spy thriller set in an all-new district of Night City. Keanu Reeves popped into the stream, so if you watched the Nightwire, which this was almost a 2-year anniversary of Cyberpunk. That was been a fast 2 years. Holy smokes. So he will be returning to reprise the role of Johnny Silverhand. And when the DLC launches in 2023 for all the consoles, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Google Stadia, and PC. Sorry, guys. This is only going to be for current generation. So you last gen people that have the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version, you're not going to be able to play Phantom Liberty, unfortunately. Now, this, again, is supposed to only be the only planned expansion. So that leaves a lot of expectation here. Again, I did say leave your expectation in check, but if this is going to be the only planned story expansion, they definitely need to bring it as far as the amount of content we can get in here. I'm not talking about this needs to be 5 hours. This needs to be a solid, lengthy expansion campaign. This needs to feel like a full game just about. Now, I'm not talking about like a 60, 80 hour, but at least throw us a solid 10, 15, maybe 20 hours. If there's a new expansion area of the map, give us a huge amount of exploration to do, different areas, different towns, get us some new NPCs. I want to see a pretty big quest line with new weapons, new skills. This sounds a bit ambitious, but I think I'm actually keeping somewhat of an expectation in check here for at least what is the only planned expansion. Now, who knows? Maybe there'll be a surprise up our sleeve. If this knocks it out of the park, maybe they'll add on to it. But 2 years later, I don't see them doing much more with this game aside from patches. They did the last gen update a few months ago, earlier this last year, we finally got the next gen patch that allowed us to have the next gen graphics and frame rate. And then there's just been small quality of life updates here or there. But this game did not get the amount of support or dedication to it that I'd hoped. I was hoping that this would have had a huge, shelf life, and it seems that its commercial failure just changed everything, like I said. So, Phantom Liberty, Keanu Reeves coming back to show his support and his name to this cause. I mean, you gotta love the dude, right? Everybody loved Johnny Silverhand, the rock and roll, I guess, rowdy gun-holding pistol badass that made quite an impression on the game. If you remember the story, I don't want to touch too much on spoilers, but it was kind of questionable if he would be even returning, depending on what ending you got for the game and stuff like that. But also, it was questionable because who knew if CD Projekt Red was even going to be able to afford him, or if he was willing to take that blow, the reputation of being what was considered probably the most disappointing video game release of next gen. So, yeah, he's back. So I think, I'm going to give CD Projekt Red the benefit of a doubt. I'm going to give them a little bit of a leeway when it comes to giving them a chance on this, because the trailer looks like a completely different vibe than the original Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, it's the new United States of America. It has like this, destructive vibe to it. You see those robots and people with guns and these big ships and fire everywhere and stuff. It just looks like a total like dystopian future, and I'm hoping that we get something a little bit more action packed and something with a little bit more of an intense story. Cyberpunk 2077 definitely did give me a little bit of a mind fuck at one point towards the end when you have to make certain decisions on what you're gonna do, and it left me with a sad feeling. But I want to see something where it's a little bit more action-oriented, something a little bit more intense, with some interesting repercussions and stuff. And who knows, maybe there'll be a cliffhanger or two. I think we might see something. But the use of that, this is suspected to be the only planned expansion, kind of gives me hope to think that maybe CD Projekt Red might eventually, like a year or so from now, surprise us. But again, let's temper our expectations, because they did let us down to begin with when it came to this game. So I'm interested in this. We're gonna wait till 2023. There wasn't a definite release date, just 2023. I'm thinking maybe summertime. Don't quote me on that. We haven't seen anything else. It was just announced today, so summertime-ish maybe, I think. We'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. But, like the next gen update of Cyberpunk let me down too. When I was finally able to update it for my PS5 or my Series X, I played it for like a day and I was just like, So this expansion better bring it. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one.